You better not sleep on the Xbox Series X. Oh, don't sleep on it. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Thank you for stopping by on a Monday. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. First of all, let me tell you, I've been having some issues, technical issues and voice issues. For that reason, I'm going to have some water here on the side. So pardon me if I have to drink water in the middle of this video. I've been dealing with a lot of voice issues lately, guys, and they're not getting any better. They're not going to get any better, and it's just it's just what it is, guys. Regardless, let me talk to you about the Xbox Series X, and the advantages that this machine has that, don't seem like a great deal at $600, and they're not. Right? For $600, you shouldn't even consider this machine. But when it eventually blows out, you really want to try to keep an eye on it, because as I told you before, if you want to start your physical media collection, at any point, you have to have something to play them in, right? I recommend it to you. The first one to get would be the PlayStation 3, because you can play 3 versions of the PlayStation in one machine: PS1, PS2, PS3. Now, the only other machine that can do that is the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X plays the original Xbox. It'll play some Xbox 360 titles, and there's such a just a good library of games for both these consoles. But if you have these two, you could build yourself a very nice collection, right? A very nice collection of games, and you're able just to plug and play. In addition, the Xbox Series X can be easily modified to run your ROMs. You can do all your emulation right in one machine. Now, for $600, you could just buy a computer, you could just buy other things to do that. But what's going to happen? Let's look forward into the future. We know that Microsoft, this is their last stand with hardware, producing it as we know it. I believe they're going to go into a hybrid model. They want to do the Nintendo Switch 2 type stuff. They're also probably going to farm it out to other entities, because Microsoft itself really just wants to be a software company. Now, given that, I predict, with a fair certainty here, that these models are going to be blown out at some point, and it's going to start probably this January, when you start getting all these returns of people going, "Hey, Mom, I didn't want the Xbox, I wanted the PlayStation." All these people are going to get it back. They start returning them to the stores. Now, that means that you can get a deal on them. Now, when I mean it might be a good deal at 50%, when they start hitting the $250, $300 range, that's maybe when you want to jump in. You don't want to jump in, at $499, right? It's up to you. If you have a large collection and you want to, play them, yeah, go ahead. It's up to you. Everybody has different budgets. But this message is for those of you who like shopping around, like myself. You try to get the best deal possible, and I think that's going to be here pretty self-evident in the near future, because these machines are going to have to be cleared out in order to make room for the product that Microsoft really wants to push, right? Which are hardwares made by other companies where they're just selling their software. That's going to be the new model. That's what makes sense to the corporation, to their point of view of this 30% profit margins on everything that we produce. And that's really going to exclude the hardware. Yeah, they're going to make $1,000 console in the future. Who cares? That model is not going to be compatible with everything else like the Xbox Series X is. So, the point here is to strike while the iron's hot, but make sure that you don't miss out, because there's a lot of people, like myself, a lot of retro gamers, a lot of collectors that are having the same idea. Right? They're having the same idea. They're looking at the Xbox Series X going, as soon as that comes, as soon as it hits $299, as soon as it hits $250, I'm jumping in, because then I'm going to have all these options, right? And like I tell you, if you have the Xbox Series X and you pair up with a PS3, and the options are, you're never going to run out of games to play. You just aren't. Because in one, you're going to have 3 generations of PlayStation. On the other, you're going to have 3 generations of Xbox. And on top of that, with the Xbox Series X, you can also add emulation to that. So you're going to be set up for a real good long time. But it's all about timing. Right? It's all about timing. It's all about when these machines are going to be available at that price. But you have to start being on the lookout right now, right after Christmas, guys. Because right after Christmas is where you're going to get the Best Buy's open boxes. You get a lot of that, right? The same thing with Target, with other companies. You're going to start seeing them on people that want to return their stuff, either on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, on OfferUp, on Craigslist. You know, those are all places that you can go and find them. You know, you're going to have collectors trying to exchange stuff. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of opportunities here in the very near future, but you have to stay alert. This is coming. There is no stopping it because Microsoft is walking away from the Xbox Series X model. They just are. It hasn't been a success in any type of form. However, you know, the machine is overpriced at $599. You know, at $299 it starts having some value because of all the huge library of games it can play. In addition, of course, you can still have your Game Pass on there so you can play the latest and greatest. And let me tell you, the Xbox Game Pass, one of the things that people don't realize is you can even play it on the Xbox One. I play Xbox Game Pass on my Xbox One because I'm always playing my machines, right? I play my, you know, my original games. I play Xbox One games, and these machines are versatile and they're able to play the Xbox Game Pass. It's because, of course, anything's an Xbox now, right? But that really is what makes the machine so versatile. You know, but it really doesn't have any value at $599. There's other choices you can make. But when it's under $300, or maybe at $300, it depends on you. What kind of library do you want to build? Right? You already have a PlayStation library. You want to get into Xbox. Well, instead of buying the original Xbox, you could, but then you're going to be stuck with that. Then you have to buy an Xbox 360. But if you want one machine to play them all, Xbox Series X. But you have to stay alert. You know, because I predict once they go on sale, guys, they're going to fly because there's other collectors like me. There's other peoples in the market who are looking to get maybe the last, you know, official Xbox that Microsoft is going to make out there. You know, get it as a collector's item, that type of stuff. So, guys, just food for thought. There will be another video today. My voice held out for this one. I made other videos, guys, and I'm just going to put them members only because I didn't get to finish them. My voice gave out, but I was making other points in them. So, you know, members, you can look forward to that. And we're going to have another member session for some comic books that I want to show people, and some games that I'm looking to sell and trade in here in January. Start building more up the collection because what do I need? More games, of course. All right, humans, thank you so much for tuning in. I thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you're really cool, go ahead and join for 99 cents. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.